Good morning, Michelle Saxman here, and ready to share with you some time with Jesus Calling by Sarah Young on January the 26th. Give up the illusion that you deserve a problem-free life. Part of you is still hungering for the resolution of all difficulties. This is a false hope. As I told my disciples, in the world you will have trouble. Link your hope not to problem solving in this life, but to the promise of an eternity of problem-free life in heaven. Instead of seeking perfection in this fallen world, pour your energy into seeking me, the perfect one. It is possible to enjoy me and glorify me in the midst of adverse circumstances. In fact, my light shines most brightly through believers who trust me in the dark. That kind of trust is supernatural, a production of my indwelling spirit. When things seem all wrong, trust me anyway. I am much less interested in right circumstances than I am in right responses to whatever comes your way. Well, there's a little bit of freedom in saying that we need to kind of let go of our problem solving because this world is a fallen world and we are guaranteed to have troubles. But again, it's what we're focusing on because we're going to manifest. We're going to create more of whatever it is that we're focusing on. And so if you want to focus on joy and fun, you're going to have more joy and fun. If you want to focus on the doom and the gloom and have an Eeyore a day, that's what you're going to get. So being careful of our mindset, but our guarantee is that this world will have trouble. When I read this earlier this morning, I really began to contemplate the difference between kingdom living and world living. And that really, and I've talked about it, it's been a long, long time, but about inverse, that this world says, if you're not first, you're last. And in his kingdom, he says the least are the ones that will be called. So there's a lot of rules that apply to heavenly kingdom living that are completely inverse. And so this word, when I came across this word, this kind of trust is supernatural. I realized that people that have the ability to trust and find joy even in the darkness of circumstances, they're not, and when I say this, they're not any different than me. So I don't want to try to set those people apart and be like, gosh, that will never happen to me. What it comes down to is training ourselves to do the opposite of what comes natural. Supernatural doesn't mean superpowers. It means the ability to do the opposite of what comes naturally. So I think there are circumstances that can lead us immediately to fear. And when we are in a place of fear, there's a lot of anxiety and there can even be anger. And then we have to kind of go into that supernatural, the reverse of what comes natural. And again, it's not a superpower. It's the ability to kind of do the inverse living that his kingdom calls for. So kind of contemplate that. I know that I'll contemplate that a little bit more today, that it's not that I want superpowers, Heavenly Father. I just want to do the kingdom's will. So the things that I'm going to walk away from is not my problem to solve. This world is going to have problems, but it's coming to peace, coming to the cross with the circumstances and trusting my Heavenly Father. So this week I feel like we were given permission to be completely human, and I'm thankful for that. He understands the battlefield is the mind and that our thoughts kind of wander, and that we get to pray, I am peace, through our breaths and our connection with our Heavenly Father. Y'all have a super blessed day. Stay connected to the vine, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.